Ahoy there, guys. Matilda Tortuga has died December 8th, 1888. There we were doing great. We had a nice big ship. We had it upgraded so well. And there's this guy, bad guy, bad guy. And I didn't have all his stuff that he wanted. He wanted all of his stuff back or something. I don't know what he wanted. I don't read the words. So he murdered my entire crew. And now I have to start over again. So I decided let's dust ourselves off. Let's hit record, and let's do a little bit of this real quick. Just about 10 minutes of exploration before I head back to work, because I'm on my lunch break, and this is a very sad edition of the Bladehelm plays video games real quick on his lunch break. All right, let's set to sea. This is Sunless Sea. It's an indie game. It's a survival horror. I don't really know how to describe it. You'll see what it is pretty quick. And it takes place in the 1800s, sort of steampunk, where an alternate reality where London has fallen into this weird underground reality where there's this super giant ocean under the underground. And they call it the Z. Not the C, the Z. Like this whole game is a Zima commercial. They don't, actually it's not. Just the Z is the Z. Anything to do with the Z, so you're a Z. You're sailing on the Z. The people who work on your boat, they're sailors. Anyway, I've just died. I have to start over from scratch. But, however, I can pick one of these 5 things to sort of carry on from the previous playthrough. So my captain was Matilda Tortuga. And let's see. Retain 50% of their iron value and 1 weapon. I don't know. The correspondent one is my favorite because, excuse me, a little burp there. The whole point of the game that I played so far is that the character, I want him to become the most learned person to learn every little nook and cranny of this underground ocean. And so this Matilda Tortuga was actually the second person to be, I don't even remember my first captain's name. He died and then passed along his information to her. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to choose correspondent, because what that allows me to do is keep 50% of their pages. This is just a stat, that doesn't matter. And this is the most important thing, is their chart. Because every time you start over, the game starts over from scratch. And if you don't choose this one, the chart reshuffles. So I'll explain that in just a second. Yes. Bloop. So here we are. We're just going to choose a past real quick. I don't really like to spend too much time doing this kind of shit. But I'd like to choose... I'm going to choose this one. Veteran of the Campaign of 68. I'm going to alternate like hurricanes. Boy, girl, boy, girl. So the last one was a girl. This one's going to be a boy. Okay, continue. And we are going to look for, again, the same thing as last time, fulfillment. Gather 100 tales, learn all you can of the Z. Write a masterpiece, retire. So go. That's going to be my goal in life. I want them to call me, last time it was Sir, before that was Madam, or Assistant, Lord. I think Captain will do just fine. And what are we going to look like? This was my first captain. This was my second captain. Let's go with Awesome Mustache. And this guy will be called Ezekiel Bueno Fortuno. Bueno Fortuno. Ezekiel Bueno Fortuno. Alright, there we go. Advice for the captains. I'm just going to read through this real quick. If you want to see what this shit says, I guess you could pause them on each of this thing. This is just I'm going through the motions, because I've already done this before. And I don't even know if it saves it every time you do it, so it is registering that you're reading these things. And this is just sort of the tutorial. And then, I can't remember if I did that. One of machines, find a place of fighting. More stories. Yeah, okay. On terror, got that. Let's go. Oh, running out of time. On terror. Okay, yeah. News stories. News stories. Wait, what is that? News stories? Yeah, I gotcha. And then you can sell this book, so you get a little bit of cash. Cash in this game is called Echoes. Echoes. Somebody in the dock wants to be on my ship. We're going to carry this guy to the Iron This is a passenger. He wants to go here to the Canal, or the Iron and Misery Funging Station. Funging Station? They grow fungi. Fungi? Fungus. That's what they grow there. Labyrinth of Tigers. They want to sell us shit or take shit. Visit the Admiral Servitude. We're going to go to the boss. He's the sort of head of London. We're going to find out what he wants. He wants us to go to Gator's Mourn in the Corsair's Forest and get a report. All along the way, we're going to stop at places and we're going to gather information. We're going to go to our house. We're going to pick up some news. This is like, hey, what's going on in town? Because people out at sea take two. People out at Z love to hear news of London. Jolly old underground London. Alright, so can't go there. I have 8 guys out of 10. I have this burly old shady cook. These are my stats. Iron, that's as you can see, increases the damage that your attacks do. The mirrors, this is how good you are, like your perception, your wits. This is veils, this is like stealth. This is like knowledge. This will help you if you need to solve riddles and stuff in the game. You don't actually have to solve riddles. It's sort of just a random chance. And the higher this is, the better your chances. And hearts are about healing, about inspiration in the dark times, that sort of shit. Because offer passage to a tomb colonist. Let's do that. We're going to go to Venderbite. Good first place to stop, Venderbite. And then we're going to, I think that's it. I think we got everything we need here. Yeah, we have everything we need here. We are going to head off to Z. Okay, so let's take a look at the map. Okay, so when you first start the game, this whole section of the map never changes. Every time we play through, this whole section is always the same. But this side of the map, everything this side forward changes every single time you play. It's sort of, they shuffle the deck as to where all these locations are. And I think that generally the stuff stays within its own strip. So the salt lions will never be over here. The salt lions will always be somewhere in this area. And so on and so forth. So as you can see, it's quite valuable to have this information in advance. Alright, so enough yakking. Let's head for Venderbite. And I think that's going to be to the first stop on this little teaser of the Sunless Sea. Alright, let's go for it, guys. Set sail. The maiden voyage. Oh, we're fucking hauling ass. It's a real goddamn bummer, because the fucking ship I had right before this one was way better. It went way faster. It had way more weapons. Okay, so as you can see up here, got my fuel. The fuel, obviously, makes us go. The faster we go, the more fuel we burn. And I have this lamp. I can turn the lamp off and on. But if it's on, we're wasting fuel. If it's off, we are saving fuel. When we're in light, the people are pretty happy. They're okay. But when we're in the darkness, if you look up here, up in this corner here, you get terror. And then as the terror rises, I'm not 100% certain what happens if it gets all the way up here. I don't let it get all the way up there. Or I've died before that's happened, so who knows. Now by leaving my light off, I do save fuel, but they are scared. They are so scared from the dark. And so they could be scared. Okay, see, there's a... Shh. Everybody be quiet. There's some bats over there. Okay. Because we have our lights off, those bats were less likely to see us. I'm sorry, to Z us. And... Oh, what was I saying? So as you can see, my I was pointing at it with my finger. As you can see up here, my terror level is rising because I don't have my lights on. But as I'm getting closer to land mass here, it's actually going up. And then if I go here into the light, you'll see my lights turn back to this white color. And that means that we're relaxing now. And then it's green again. Oh my god, we're so scared. Oh my god, it's so scary here. Why are we even doing this, guys? Please. Oh god, please. Oh, okay, better. So here we are at Venderbite. Your passenger that we offered passage to this place too. Says one last fight. Let's see what it says. I never read any of this shit, but let's find out what it says. Together. Your passenger has been drinking. Ahoy, she chortles. Defend yourself. She launches a tipsy assault. Your crew hang back, chuckling. Thanks, crew. A straightforward challenge. So as you can see, my iron gives me 100% chance of success. So should I do it? I think so. Obviously, I have no other options, so why not? And then I kick her ass. So I delivered them, and I beat them in a duel. I have an outlandish artifact. They gave me some sort of reward. I'm sure this shit says all that, but I'm not going to read it. I've gained iron, which means I'm a little bit better at kicking ass. I lost the tomb colonists because I dropped them off, and I got 2 supplies. Supplies are for food. They're up here. As you go, you guys get hungrier and hungrier. And when they get to 50 on the food meter, they feed them. Well, I don't know why the food meter goes past 50. I don't understand. If it never goes past this line, so what the fuck? What is this whole area here for? Maybe it's later in the game, and I'm not getting to that part yet. So they can use this supplies for food, or if you get damaged in battle, you can use the supplies to repair your vessel. So it's very important, especially early on. More crew members you have over here, the more food you consume. However, if your crew level goes below half, your ship won't go just 2 speed, it'll only go 1 speed. And if it goes below quarter, it'll only go a quarter speed, and you start to take damage. So you gotta make sure you have plenty of crew. Alright, we're gonna explore the vendor bite real quick. We explore it. Oh, okay. Something is happening. And yeah, this is like, hey, this church is gross, we should leave. And this is like, hey, let's pay them some money and see what happens. Always do this. Come on, get a story. Now we've got a tale of terror. Somebody told us a scary story, but we got scared, so it increased our terror up here when we lost some money. But that's okay, because we got a tale of terror, which is a spooky story that we can sell back in London. Let's go talk to this first curator. I don't know what he does. He works at this place. He wants something. Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead. Whatever. Go. Boom. He wants me to get something for him. Fine. Good. Thank you. It's giving me quests. That's all that matters. Now we've got a port report. I'm going to take that back to London so I can tell, hey, London, guess what's going down in the vendor bite? And they give me money. And every time you go past a port, no matter if you've been there before or not, you can get a port report, which is sort of the opposite, I guess, of news. It's news, just not news from London. And you can sell it at London. All right, guys. Wasn't that exciting? Aren't you excited to see more of this fucking crazy, weird game that you've only seen literally 13 minutes of, including mostly menus and me reading things to you? I know I'm excited to play more of it for you. Okay, so that's going to happen. Who knows when? So keep an eye out here on this same bat channel, same bat. I can't say same bat time because it's on whenever you click on the link. So just do the thing. All right. So until next time, this has been the Bladehelm plays a video game real quick on his lunch break before he has to go back to work. Thanks for watching. Phil.